So today I want to talk about Citymapper. Citymapper is a bit of a strange one because for the first time I've seen anyway, something that wasn't necessarily fintech has just entered the fintech market. I've never used it before. I literally just use Google Maps, but a lot of people that I know tend to say things like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll just Citymapper it, or mapper it." And anyway, that was all it was. It was a map. It was a navigation tool. It was competing with Apple Maps. It was competing with Google Maps. But what you can see here is that if you can take an outcome or a use and then you can attach like a fintech element, like a payment element to it. So we'll talk about that in a sec. You can really start, pretty much anyone can enter this fintech race. So to kick it off, let me explain. So Citymapper made an announcement that they'll be launching a card similar to the Oyster card for people who live in London or visit London or are familiar with London's travel system. So the Tube has this thing called an Oyster card. You can normally pay with contactless as well now, so it's a bit of a blurred space. But we also have bikes. We also have bikes that you can grab from multiple stops across London and ride around. And then there's new things coming out like scooters, for example, which have just come to East London, and you need a separate card for that, and then you need a separate one for rail. So you end up in this situation where they're all sort of connected. It's not a flawless system. There isn't one card for London travel, right? You can't just go bup bup bup, or scan, or tap tap tap. It's like tap, okay, can I use this for this? No, okay, alright, cool, that's buy a separate ticket. Well, technically that airport isn't in London, but unless you get this train, then you can use your... It's just all over the place. So there's a big gap in the market. We know the average cost per person. We know the exact margin we could put on it because we have all this data. We know what distances people generally travel. We know that they don't leave these 8 points every month, or they don't leave these 4 points every week. Citymapper have done exactly that, and that's it. They're a private business that is going to undercut Oyster cards. So they're going to be cheaper to have than Oyster cards, and it's going to give you more capabilities than an Oyster card. And it just puts all your travel needs in one place. As I've been saying this, we've had on this side, we've had the process of how to sign up for it. It looks super easy. It's something that, and it says here that you can get virtual cards too. So if you're thinking, well, I don't want to carry a piece of plastic around with me, that's fair enough. I think very shortly they'll be announcing the virtual travel cards, so you just use it the same way you would like on Apple Pay. But you got to think where this can go, and this is why it's really important, and this is why it's like an exciting thing, because they have so much data on you, so they know they can personalize their offerings to you. So it's no longer like people in a boardroom saying, I think people want a 2-for-1, I think. It's no longer that. They're very much kind of entering this market with enormous amounts of data to give you exactly what you want and what you're going to use, and the non-pragmatic things will just disappear. And there's a good chance, because Citymapper also do travel as well. Now that everything is in one place, they could take on Uber because it's all in one place, or they could take on... They're not just taking on Apple Maps and Google Maps, so now Ubers, and they're taking on Halos, and they're taking on Lyft. And there's no reason why you can't hire as well, so they could take on Zipcar. Essentially what they're doing is they're building this super app of travel, right? Of city travel, this ultra app of city travel. They have all your data, all your travel data. And it's exciting, and it's all been enabled by fintech. And I wanted to bring this to light because I think it's interesting, because again, for the first time that I've seen, this is not a fintech product in its traditional form. It's not about investment, it's not about saving, it's not about managing your money, it's not about insurance, which feels very money as well. This is travel. It's about you moving around. And you could say that basically Uber Eats does the same thing, food and money. And you could, but it's the fact that they don't actually have a card or their own personal in the game. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that to light. I think it's an exciting one, an exciting development. Continue watching the videos. I promise you they'll be more engaging than this. And yeah, I'll put the link so that you can sign up if you want to and save some money, hopefully.